Reading through the different teaching strategies that gave examples on different strategies to choose from. I found it very interesting, just because like there was way more than five that I would have liked to use, or that I think I would be able to use in the classroom. It had some really good strategy ideas to really like get them involved with the class and everything. One of the first thing, it wasn't a strategy, it was just like um one of the things at the top, like introducing kind of the strategies a little bit. It said the critical factor in the learning and teaching of language is what the students do in the classroom. That just really kind of stood out to me, and so I thought it'd be kind of cool to mention it in this video. Um, so my first strategy is elaboration, meaning one student makes a statement and then the partner has to add something to it. So, for an example, like a student might write, "I'm going fishing." And so then their partner would write, "I'm going fishing," and then add on to it. So like, "with my friends next weekend." And then they switch. So then the other partner writes something, and then their partner finish or like or add something to that sentence. Um, so I think it like helps the students to become more specific in their writing, and then it also helps them to like know that, okay, maybe you need to add detail on stuff. Like for this one, like like if you're talking to someone and you just say, "I'm going fishing," well, like when? Like when are you gonna go fishing? Who you gonna go fishing with? And so it kind of like, in a way, it like eliminates some of those extra questions you might have to ask them, but so it helps them know more detail. And I said this one would be more for a student who might be more fluent, just because they have to add on to a sentence, and so since they're having to add on, they might have to know more of a bigger vocabulary. I mean, it could also be used for limited also, but I think it would be best for more fluent. Um, the next one I put down was rhythmic reps, which is repeat the reps to rhythm, and it also mentioned to do it with pairs or in a large group. It said that, like an example it gave was, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to the market." "What are you going to do?" "I'm going to buy some fruit." And so, like, I think it helps kids become more familiar with words because they're like repeating, like they just keep repeating. And then also, I thought it would be a good idea, like maybe they could add hand motions or like, really kind of get into it. So like maybe they can be in groups of three and they can go start like with one student and be like, "Where are you going?" And then like they answer, and then after they get finished with that student, the same student then goes on to the next student. And then after they finish, then it can switch to the other student who's then asking the next two. And so I think like just getting as many reps in as you can. The next one was sequences. So define this. So first they define the steps, and then they'll practice what you do first, and then next, and then etc. And so, like I said, have students make a sequence of their daily routines. Like, okay, so I wake up at this time, and then, or like I wake up, and then after I wake up, maybe I go to the bathroom, and then after I go to the bathroom, maybe I go downstairs and eat, just like, because then it can, like, they can think of, like, their own personal life and, like, what they do each day. And so I said this could be really this could be for anyone. Like, you could start it with non, or you can move your way up. I mean, I think just, like, kind of how, like, your instructions for it will depend on which level you're going to use it for. Next is interviews. So write interview questions, practice in pairs, and then present to class or groups. It's a good way for students to learn about each other, and then also it helps them practice good communication skills. And I said this one could be good for either limited or fluent speakers, just because then they can communicate better with each other. Um, and then next was the grab bag role plays, which students get into groups and each group member gets an item. Groups then have to create a story and dialogue using their item. Groups practice and then present to the class. So I put this as helps them overcome their fears of getting in front of the class in a fun way. So like they're still learning and they might be like learning new items, learning new words, um, but then they're also like as an ELL student, they might have a fear of like talking in front of their peers or getting up in front and talking. And so this is a fun way for them to get up in front of them and maybe not even realize what they're doing. And so I thought that was a good idea. So I had some very good strategies on the website, and I thought they were all very good.